Welcome to my updated Tokyo apartment tour. Yes, the whole place is furnished now, which is nice. I wanted to take you guys though first to the neighborhood, because if you're searching for places in Japan, you obviously want to like vibe check the neighborhood before you move here. So I wanted to show you guys what it's like living near Meguro station. So let's go check it out. So basically our apartment block gave us a sticker so that we could get like one bicycle. We had to buy it ourselves, of course. And there's a whole like bicycle parking lot, obviously, as you can see, that we can use anytime we want. And there's always free spots. It's winter now in Japan, of course, as you can see, but the leaves are still like autumnal here, which is nice. I think Japan made me realize that like autumn leaf watching is actually like a thing, because I swear it doesn't get this orange in Australia at least. And it's so weird right now, it being really cold because it's literally summer in Australia. Leaves. Something else that like doesn't make sense to me about living in Japan, at least it's probably the only thing that Australia does better than Japan, is that like when the lights go green, you know this lights, the crossing light, there is honestly like a dubstep remix that plays in Sydney, but in Japan it's just completely silent and you're there like, when are you gonna go green? Oh, it's already been green for the last 5 minutes and it's already gone back to red. I just parked my bike and I'm going to the gym now, but I wanted to show you, this is Meguro. This is the main, like one of the back streets. There's like a lot of restaurants and cafes around here. Aiden and I often come down here for like dinner or like drinks or anything like that basically. So this beautiful shot is literally Meguro. Like Meguro station is right there. Ooh, there's a train. Well, this isn't the center of Meguro. Meguro's over there. There's a lot of places like the Meguro River as well. During cherry blossom season, a lot of people come across Nakameguro and Meguro to like cherry blossom watchings and stuff like that. But I haven't been here in spring yet, so I haven't experienced that, and I'm really excited for it to turn to spring soon. Not soon. I keep on thinking of Australian seasons. I'm so stupid. It's actually ages away. Yeah, isn't it such a nice area? Like every day I come here, I'm always like, this is crazy. And Meguro is a little bit different from like normal areas, I would say, because it's kind of like still very local, but also very like expat friendly, which is nice. So just finished at the gym, but there is a few more things that I want to show you about like the area of Meguro. Like I just feel like the cool thing is that like you can come across any building and every single floor will have something fun. Like there's the gym, there's karaoke, there's food, there's restaurants, ramen, everything that you want is in like one building, and there's like 50 of them in Meguro, so come on. The cool thing as well is that like I can literally just walk through the station, and then once you get to just like past the entrance, which is just back there, you're in a mall. There's heaps of aches in Japan. Like I've seen them in so many different areas, and this one specifically, I mean, they always have like at least like a Muji and a Uniqlo there, so it's quite convenient. But there's also this thing that we discovered the other day called 3 coins, which is like even cheaper than both of them, and it's still kind of like high quality. It's giving Daiso, but like if Daiso was like bougie. Just 2 local Aussies hanging out in Meguro. Yeah, this is it. This is the area. That's the acho that I was just talking about. Look, it has a Starbucks. I know Starbucks is shit coffee, but like there's nothing else. Actually, no, to be honest, Meguro has some really, really good cafes. Or Nakameguro is even better. Like if you go down to Nakameguro, there's like day coffee. There's also, I'll list them below, I've completely forgot all the names. McDonald's in Japan always has some new items. Like I swear the McDonald's menu doesn't really change in Sydney, but in Japan, every week we got something new. Not that I literally eat McDonald's at all or ever. I haven't eaten McDonald's in like 10 years. Yeah, that's kind of the area. Like I feel like the summary of the whole place is that it kind of has everything that you need. It's around like a 20-minute bike ride to the center of Meguro from where my apartment is, but like on a bike it's literally like 5 minutes, and it's great. It's coffee as well. I went there the other day and I got a caramel latte, and usually when you get anything like sugary in Japan, anything with even the semblance of a word that resembles something about sugar, then you will be blasted in the face with sugar. But it was a caramel latte, but it tasted like coffee, like it was real coffee. So if you're in Meguro, go to Bond's Coffee. Anyways, let's go home. Quick stop at Inegaya because I wanted some bentos. So welcome back to my apartment. This is a random entranceway that I came. I have to be quiet because I don't want to obviously disturb the neighbors. But me and Aiden, we live in a 2 LDK in Tokyo, and we pay around $650 a week between the both of us. So it's like, I don't know what, $325 each. Is that right? I don't know. I can't do maths. So yeah, we've got 2 bedrooms, we've got a toilet room, a bathroom, a kitchen, and then a living space that connects with the second bedroom, or the first bedroom I should say, because that's the one that we use. So come on. So, like all Japanese places, we have the genkan where you have to take off your shoes, which is slightly inconvenient because all of our shoes are really, really hard to take off. So we've actually put this little like chair here so that we can sit down and put our shoes on. When the both of us leave, it's like trying to get past one another to get our shoes on. But yes, we've got plenty of shoe storage, which is really nice. Like in our place in Sydney, we obviously had to like pay for like a separate storage that we got from IKEA. But here, I mean, in all Japanese places, you basically have built-in shoe storage. Now, mind you, my friend is here in Japan at the moment and he's staying in our second guest room. It kind of looks like this room has been hit by an explosion. Or because we're in Japan, I should say earthquake, but this is our second bedroom. I got a futon from Nitori the other day, so if there's any guests that are coming, you're gonna be on that, and I think it's like as flat as a board, so I apologize. We have closet space in the second bedroom, so Aiden keeps all of his clothes in here, and some of my clothes are also in here. It's quite a wide open space, which is good. Like there's a lot of room, there's a lot of natural lighting which comes in here as well. We haven't really like figured out what we wanna kind of like do with this space. It's mainly an office right now because we've got this desk that I got from Minato-ku Recycling Center. There was a place that we could go to, and if you live in Minato-ku, it's like 70 bucks for like a giant desk. So yeah, this room is kind of just like guest bedroom slash office at the moment. We could have put the bed in here, but our bed, this room's like weirdly shaped with these extra walls, so we couldn't really fit like a big enough bed to fit the both of us. Right next to the guest bedroom is another door, which is home to probably the greatest invention Japan has ever produced, the Japanese toilet. So for those of you who don't know, this says oshiri, which means butt, and this is bidet, which means bidet. So I think that goes up your pussy and that goes up your butt. The seat is also warm every single time you put your butt down on it, which is kind of, I personally, Aiden likes it, I don't like it. I like a cold seat. I want my butt to be cold because I'm a warm person, whereas he's a cold person, so he likes it because he sits down and it's like toasty. Your buns are toasted. The weirdest thing for me though is that when you flush the toilet, like the toilet wants you to wash your hands in it. So we've got those 2 doors. There was the office bedroom, the toilet, and now just before we get to the kitchen is the bathroom. I didn't have a washing machine to show you guys before or a washing basket, but we do now, which is nice. And then we've got all this storage with our many different cosmetics. We're using Anua, Beauty of Joseon, our night cream from Laneige. There's so much more room. Like we used to have our place in Stanmore, basically it was the toilet was here, the shower was right next to the toilet, and then the mirror and like where we would do all of our like washing our hands and stuff was like right next. It was all into just this one tiny box and it was horrid. Japanese places always have a wet room, which is nice as well because you can kind of just not worry about getting like the water everywhere. You can just you literally can like take this off and like spray everything around here. Oh, I didn't realize there was water in it. I'm really excited because now it's finally winter and I can use the bathtub. It's really cool because with that monitor basically, there's another one in the kitchen and I can like turn it on in the kitchen and then it'll like fill up the bathtub to the right temperature while I'm still in the kitchen. Like I don't have to touch anything and it won't overflow, it'll just stop. And it's like if I forget about it and it gets cold, I'll go, oh, I want it to reheat, and you can reheat the bathtub. So it's really cool. We also got given these poles. Oh God, that's, yeah, pole. And we can hang washing off here. So far, oh my God. In winter, there hasn't been much of an issue. Things not drying, but maybe when it gets a little bit more like snowy in Tokyo, I hope it snows, it might get worse. Also, now that we're out of there, I wanted to say something. Like the other day while I was in the shower, I heard like a noise out of the vent. And there's like a space. So like, I heard a noise out of here, and then you can like get up there, but I'm not going to look because I have this like fear that the noise I heard is like a squatter. Because I've heard stories in Japan of people like squatting in other people's houses and stuff. And so I'm scared that it's like somebody who's like taking videos of us. But I don't want to find out because I don't want to be that dumb bitch in a horror movie that gets murdered in the first 5 minutes. The next and most wonderful room of the house is... There's Aiden. The living space. But I'll show you guys the kitchen. Yes, we all know the pus-colored kitchen, which is lovely. Oh. Well, but in terms of new additions, we've got this lovely coffee machine that we use every single morning, and we have these shelves now that are kind of aesthetic, that kind of house our microwave, rice cooker, and then our bins. Because I'm crazy, whenever I go over anybody's house, the first thing I love to do is to like sneak into their fridge and look at everything. I feel like you can tell a lot about a person by their fridge. So I'll show you some of the cool Japanese things that we have. This is garlic, ooh. The greatest sauce that you can ever add to any of your cooking is dashi and tsuyu. Honestly, makes everything taste so much better. We've obviously got Japanese alcohol. Now as an Australian, this is crazy because I think this can is only $1, which is impossible to get something that cheap, like in terms of alcohol in Australia at all. We have this lemon drink that Aiden got and never drank at all. Aiden, are you ever gonna drink this? It's too sweet, he's never gonna drink it. So that's just gonna stay in the fridge forever. The kitchen is also cool because it has, like we figured out how to toast our bread and it's in the fish section. Look, there's even like a cute little fish design. So if I click that, and then you can see, I think, look, there's a flame. Doesn't have a dishwasher because there's no such thing as dishwashers in Japan, turns out. So it really sucks. We've been regulated to hand washing all of the dishes, which to me wastes so much water and makes me want to die because it literally wastes so much time. I hate it. This is the beautiful living space. Ooh. I figured out how to use this. So the first thing that you see is you got this monitor. Look, this is me coming home today. Actually, I'll show you Aiden. It literally records every single person who's coming home. Aiden, look at yourself. Do you love it? Aiden just said he's so hot. We got this lovely green lounge because we have a green feature wall. It's very nice. It's not very long, so it's kind of like hard to fit on it as a tall person. But we've got this extended part out here so I can actually put my feet on it. And then from here, we have our dining space, which has basically just been turned into an office because a lot nicer to work in this room. I feel like there's not direct sunlight in your face. It's more like easy sunlight. Aiden, what do you think of the place?
I like the sun. I like the morning sun. I like how big it is for Japan. Yeah.
Lovely. I agree. I think the best part about this place is like how the sun kind of hits every single room. Oh, it's big and it's really big. It is really big. Like if you're looking for a place in Tokyo, I feel like it's obviously really hard to find places that have a lot of space. But we really lucked out with this one because it's got so much room. It's like double the size of our place in Sydney. My mic just died, so if the sound has changed quality, that's the reason. And this is our bed. Good thing is we've also got a balcony where we can put our washing out. I literally just did the washing before. And yes, even though it is winter, things are still drying, which is nice. It gets a lot of sun, so I think that's the reason. I would say though that like we don't really use this balcony very often. It's very tight and there's not much room. You're also not really allowed to like put chairs out here and stuff like that because it's a safety hazard because we've got like I'll show you, it's like an emergency exit. So that opens up, and up there also opens up to ladders. So like everybody on the floor can get out all the way to the bottom through these ladders that open up. But to be honest, I don't know how to open it. So yeah, that's basically it. Like if I want to go through each room, we've got the 2 bedrooms, so 2 LDK, we've got 2 bedrooms, we've got the living space, we've also got a bathroom and a toilet, which are separate rooms, which is really nice for me, and a kitchen. I would say like in terms of giving advice for looking at places, I did see a TikTok the other day that like, talking about pros and cons, girl. This place is really, really nice, but we do live on like a main road. And I saw this girl's TikTok and she was like, oh, basically what I wish I knew before I moved to Japan, like don't live anywhere below like the 5th floor. And we live on a floor below the 5th floor. And that means that at nighttime, sometimes the cars are really, really loud. We also live near like the emergency services here. So we hear sirens at all hours of the day and night. And it can get really annoying at times, but a small price to pay for such a nice area. So if you're looking for places like Meguro is really nice, but look for the suburbs around it because you'll get like a better deal because the closer it is to the Yamanote line, the more rent you'll probably end up paying. But like trains are so convenient here, at least as an Australian, because our trains suck. ass, honestly. So if you're looking for an apartment in Tokyo, I really think that obviously size is something that's gonna be really hard to find. Like I think we lucked out with this one. But light, if you have lighting as an option, like if you have a dark place versus a light place, pick the light place. It does wonders for the mental health, honestly. And yeah, we pay $650 and that's AUD. So like it's not USD. I think that sounds really expensive if it's in USD, but AUD and yen, like 100 yen is basically $1 in Australia, so it's kind of like exactly the same. And that's around the same price we were paying for literally half the space in Sydney. But yeah, that's like basically the entire place summed up. If you have any questions, I'd love to answer them in the comments below. Like if you're looking for a place in Japan or you're kind of thinking about living in Japan in the future, I can give advice to obviously only my experience, which is a little bit like easier because in terms of like acquiring this place, Aiden's company kind of helped us acquire it, so I can't really help in that regard. But in terms of like picking out a place, like locations and stuff like that, like I can help. So yeah, if you're looking for a place in Japan or if you're thinking about living in Japan, it's definitely hard. Like I won't lie to you and say that, oh my god, it's a breeze, this is the greatest thing that's ever happened to me in my entire life. Like, it's been my dream. But I always knew that this wasn't going to be an easy experience, and it's really hard. Things are a lot cheaper here. I'm not, like, pile driving through money, but there is an anti-foreigner sentiment. Japanese is really, really hard of a language to get right, and you will make mistakes all the time, and make yourself look like an idiot, and that's just like a part of it, you know? If you want to come here, defs do it. Like if it's been your dream, like I feel like people always spend their entire lives being like, oh, I really wish that I did that. Do it. Like, go out and do it. Do that thing that you've always wanted to do, because even though it's really, really difficult and it's not always going to be sunshine and rainbows, at the end of the day, like, I'm living in Japan, I'm living my dream. I get to learn Japanese every single day. There's so many more opportunities to have fun here than there was in Sydney, of course, and that's the reason why I obviously wanted to move. So I think you should just go out and do it and live life. Staying in one country your whole life is boring. Obviously, I feel like I want to die in Australia, but like I don't want to live there my entire life. I'm Will Bennett. Please subscribe for more videos. I really want to show you guys more of my life in Japan. Video editing and making videos is my entire life, and I say that in almost every single video. So getting an excuse to make them would be like a dream come true. So I'm really, really trying to like build an audience and like a family here so that we can all hang out together, because I'd love to just have the excuse to wake up every single day and be a part of a community that enjoys the videos that I like to put out there. So please subscribe if you like content. I feel like I'm a blend of Ryan Krause and fucking World of Extra, except I'm not that funny and I'm not as good looking as the both of them. So if you want bootleg, if you want Coles, if you want Walmart version, she's here. And if you don't want like an American accent talking to you all the time and you'd like an Australian accent, then come on. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for the next video. I also make dance videos, and my Instagram is @WillBennett2000. Love you. Bye.